Hey, good evening.
Hey.
Yeah, so this is action time, and we're here to ask you a question about what life has taught you. So, first of all, what's your name?
My name is Ayo Ajay.
All right, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right, now we want to find out what life has taught you. Can you tell us a bit of what life's lessons you've learned?
Life lessons. Wow. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of it actually.
All right.
But one thing I know that is first and foremost is that you have to be very intentional. You cannot afford to just live your life with no intentions.
Okay.
You have to run for it. You have to have a vision. If you want to, get something back with the time that is passing. So intentionality gives you vision. And vision helps you to be able to accomplish even the things that under normal circumstances you won't even think of, accomplishing. So it's so important. Like the Bible says that the Bible says that the days is full of evil.
Yeah.
That she has come to disturb us.
No, it's
Should I
okay.
continue?
Yeah, continue. No worry.
The Bible says that we should buy back time. The only way you can buy back time is when you're intentional. With your intentions, you'll be able to have a vision. With vision, you'll be able to plan. And when you plan, the only way you can get that vision accomplished is when you plan. And when you plan, you need to put action into place. So that's basically the most important thing that life has really taught me. You cannot afford not to be intentional. Because whatever the case may be, something must play out. And if you want to be in control, if you want to determine what will play out at the end of the day, then your intentions has to be involved. It's so paramount. So that's the most important thing that life has taught me. And secondly, of course, we all know God. With God, even with God, you have to be intentional. Yes, life is a matter of choice. And if you don't have intentions, anything that comes your way, the wind will just be blowing you where it can blow you. Any direction. No purpose, no direction without intention. So for me, that's the most paramount, that's the crux of it, basically. And from there, everything else, comes into play. That's it for me.
Oh, great. Oh, so you have to be intentional. Life has taught you to be intentional.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to people about life? Based on your life story, what kind of advice would you give to people?
Well, the kind of advice that I'll give is, number one, put God first. If you put God first, then, and you adhere to his instructions, the Bible says that with a multitude of counsel, you will not, miss it. So for me, put God first. If you put him first, he'll take you places. First place, And then, number two, be, open to advice. Be open to counsel. And be time conscious. Time.
I think this generation needs to hear about time
Oh
consciousness.
my gosh.
Yep.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Time conscious. When you're time conscious and you go God's way, then you're good to go. I always tell my children, especially my first daughter, I'll tell her that whatever the case may be, time will go. You need to trade time for something. Trade time for something. And you want that thing to be of value. Because whatever the case may be, time will go. So for you to be able to, live your life well, then you have to be conscious of that. And it will help you, it will shape you, help you to make right decisions. So for me, put God first. Then number two, time consciousness. Number three, obey God's laws. You'll be at peace. At the end of the day, you will look back and say, yes, I'm proud of myself.
It was worth it. After all.
all.
There are so many young girls out there who are in a hurry to be somewhere. And not everywhere is a place. Not everywhere is a destination.
I've got my fingers burnt severally. Personally.
Yeah.
So they always say that patience is a virtue, right? It's so true. I'm still trying to be patient. I'm still trying, so I'm still working on it. But it's so important, yes. Like you said, they're always in a hurry too. But it's so important. Be calm. Listen.
Yeah.
Look out. Be watchful. The Bible says watch and pray. Be watchful. When you're watchful, if because of the fact that you're intentional, if you're not intentional, you not be watchful. Is anything that comes your way that you take.
Grab in.
So that's it.
You know, the social media pages or space, we have lots of people, or not so many people, but there are some people who are out there, and the kind of counsel advices I give to young girls, sometimes I shake my head.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but we have certain people who say, oh, yeah, you have to get this from guys, you have to, you know, those kinds of things. What will you say to the younger generation coming up? Because whether we like it or not, we're passing the baton now to our daughters, and you know, we are getting to that point where we're watching out for them and trying to make sure we guide them aright. So what advice will you give to the younger girls coming up to that point? What will you say to the younger girls?
Okay, so I would say that there's dignity in labor.
Okay, yeah.
If you want to go down the fast lane, that means it can lead you anywhere. If you're ready for anywhere or anything, but if you know that you deserve the best, if you know that you want your life to end well, then you better be careful of the choices you make, because your choice will determine where you end.
Your destination.
That's it.
Oh wow, that's a very wise counsel. Yeah, because there's so many young people who think we just have to get it now, otherwise it seems difficult. I always say humorously, today I had a mock interview with my kids, with the family at home, and my son asked me, Mommy, I forgot what he asked me, and he said, what do you think? He said, in 2025, what do you say? I say, gold digging.
It's true.
It's funny,
you know what? You know, the truth about it is, most of the time, even if your village people are doing you, you will have a way. You will always have a wiggle room. You're able to find your way out. And I would say that intention, is so important, because your life is in your hands. Craft your dreams the way you want it. Where do you see yourself? It's so important. And that's you see, everything is born out of intention. If you want to craft your dream, you are being intentional about it. If you want to make choices, you are being intentional about it. And even God himself says, he says, you will hear a voice from your behind you. This is the way, to the right, to the walking, you're in it.
Don't turn to the left or to the right.
To the right, that's it.
Let's go.
So because whatever the case may be, every point in time, you always make a choice. So that means that if you don't make an intentional, informed choice, you will know that there's a destination. It must take you somewhere.
Yeah, like Bishop Oyedepo will say that even if you enter a vehicle and you were meant to go to a certain location and found out that you were wrong, that no time is too late to stop and turn back and right and start making
Exactly. So it's so important. The reason why you can make an informed decision is because you're intentional about it.
About what you're doing.
So you better choose wisely. You better make God's laws guide you. Because as we did, so right now, as I'm sitting right now, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. But God knows it. So who will I not make an anchor other than God? It is God. Because he knows my tomorrow. He knows that, oh, this decision that I'm making, this is where it's going to lead me to. I better just, I don't have eyes behind my back. I don't have, this is the only way I see. But God sees everywhere.
Everything.
Yes. So I better just run with God. That's your best bet. That's it. The long and short of it is.
It's all about God. Thank you so much. Guys, for those, well, you may not know so much about her, but I'm talking to her because she's a personal person and I know about her, and that's why I'm asking her, and then she has talked about so many things. This is a story of God's grace, and She's not shy about the grace and mercy of God. Whoever she is today, God brought her this far. If you listen to her, listen to people with Sabi Road. So you too can go there.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you for talking with us. God bless you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.